Shalom. First and foremost, want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah, Ba'ashem Kakadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of GMS that rule well. Peace, love, and salutations to all the brothers out there pushing this word of sincerity and the truth. Shalom to the brothers, sisters, and children that they're keeping this word of sincerity and the truth. Okay, I just wanted to go into this quick lesson from which I seen this video. I think one of the brothers had uploaded it, but a lot of people have been talking about it too, where it says woman claims promiscuous, what they call promiscuous men, which I'm gonna get the definition of promiscuous. It says having or characterized by many transient sexual relationships, demonstrating or amplifying an undiscriminated or unselective approach, indiscriminate or casual, consisting of a wide range of different things. And then down here it says the early sense included consisted of elements mixed together, indiscriminate or undiscriminating, giving rise to the notion of casual. Basically casual, like how you would do casual dating, women hopping from man to man. That's what they trying to label with men. They said women claims promiscuous men eventually become gay in viral video. He's going to like men at the end of the day, which is complete folly, complete madness. And I'm not even gonna read all of it, but I'm gonna just read a little bit. It says, a viral clip circulating on social media has sparked heated debate after a woman shared her mother's long-standing belief that men who sleep with large numbers of women will eventually turn gay, to men. In the video, the woman, Charisma Aliyah, I'm guessing that's what that is. Charisma Aliyah explains, my mama always told me if a man is back to back with different women, he's gay. He is going to like men at the end of the day. She goes on to say that some of her male friends claim to have slept with women in the triple digits, which her mother compared to drug use. So obviously this is nothing but folly, which let me get that. I got Proverbs chapter 9, verse 13 in many different translations, and I'm going to read a couple of them because obviously these women are foolish. And, of course, it was Eve that said it. These women are completely foolish, and pretty soon the Lord is going to humble them and hush them up because they have social media has given people in general, but especially women, the platform to talk and speak and spew out nothing but madness and foolishness. So this is KJ 21, which is the King James Version. It says, a foolish woman is clamorous. She is simple and knoweth nothing. I'm going to read the AMP. It says, the foolish woman is restless and noisy. She is naive and easily misled and thoughtless and knows nothing at all of eternal value. Because if these women actually understood the nature of men, we were designed to have more than one woman. We weren't designed to be monogamous, to have one woman. But these women do not understand. They don't know anything. This society has completely brainwashed people of common sense. Because even in the ancient world, people understood this. This was a common thing, a common conception. This was common knowledge that men dealt with multiple women. And there was no such thing as men dealing with multiple women so much that he turned to men. No, we were designed to love women and many women. And many men in the Bible had multiple women. Now, this is AMPC. The foolish woman is noisy. She is simple and open to all forms of evil. She willfully and recklessly knows nothing whatever of eternal value. Right. So these women, they're like I said in the AMP, she is naive and easily misled and thoughtless. The daughter of this woman is easily misled and naive and thoughtless, have no understanding. And guess what? A lot of women are going to go and second and back up what she said, on these videos. And it went viral. So everybody in the world is seeing her foolishness, how stupid she is. Now, I'm going to read the CEB version. It says, Woman folly is noisy. She's stupid and doesn't even know it. Right. She's stupid and doesn't even know it. She don't even realize her putting that out there on social media made her look even more foolish than her mama. You know? You know, of course the mom is foolish for even saying some wickedness like that, because she's mad that whatever man or men she done deals with more than just her. That's all it is. That's really all it is. She's mad because the man that she probably wants, or men she probably won't, deal with other women, and she can't handle it. you know but the woman that put it out there is even more stupid, because you putting that foolishness out there first and foremost for the whole world to see, and then you're not even condemning it. So let's see. Oh, the CJB, which I'm not even sure what some of these translations mean. It says the foolish woman is coarse. She doesn't think, and she doesn't know a thing. Right. It says she doesn't think. And this is the mass majority of these women. This ain't even just her. The mass majority of these women do not think, and they're not even, women are meant to be led, they're meant to be led and guided by a man. These women be leading and guiding their own households. And this is why you have what you have to this day. Now, let's see. The EXB. Foolishness is like a loud woman. Woman folly is boisterous or noisy. She doesn't have wisdom or knowledge, is ignorant, and does not even know it. The ISV. The foolish woman is loud, undisciplined, and without knowledge. All of these are very self-explanatory, but let's see. I'm going to read the TLB version. It says the prostitute is loud and brash and never has enough of lust and shame, right? Which is describing the nature of these women, because the mass majority of these women are hoes. They are prostitutes. They jump from man to man, deal with multiple men, whether it be, on separate occasions, and in a lot of situations in the same setting, dealing with multiple men. Now let me see what this MSG say. People walk by mind they don't be because of it. I'm gonna read that. I never seen this. It says, then there's the other woman, Madam Prostitute, which is Madam Prostitute is supposed to represent these women in general, because this is the mass majority of women in Babylon the Great. They are prostitutes. Brazen, empty-headed, frivolous. She sits on the porch of her house on Main Street. Main Street. And as people walk by minding their own business, calls out, are you confused about life? Don't you know what's going on? Still off with me. I'll show you a good time. No one will ever know. I'll give you the time of your life. But they don't know about all the skeletons in her closet, that all her guests end up in hell. Right. Which this is, a different version of that scripture, kind of going into something different, but it's still bringing out a certain message. It's basically saying these women, they would mess up your life. They would destroy your life. And this is another reason why the elders and the men, all the men of the Lord, starting with the elders and prophets, tell you to stay away from Keisha. Keisha is a archetype of the so-called black woman, and they really just say stay away from the so-called black woman in general, but we know it's still going to be certain of them, the sisters, that's going to be saved, and the Lord is going to control all of that. But like I said, even with this MSG, men, like I said, Madam Prostitute, you got men that approach these women trying to deal with them, not realizing how how she'll destroy your life. That's why I said they don't know about the skeletons in her closet, and all her guests end up in hell when you deal with these type of women. Now imagine a man trying to deal with that type of woman, and she over here calling you gay because you talk to other women. That don't make any sense. It was one more. No, it's a couple more. The NLV. It says a foolish woman makes much noise. She is open to sin and knows nothing. Now here it is. And they're hypocrites. Because these women will tell you that a man sleeping with all these different women, he gonna eventually turn gay. But meanwhile, all these women will sleep with multiple men, and that's double standards. They'll sleep with multiple men and never talk bad about themselves. Hypocritical and double standards, which women not supposed to be with multiple men anyways. Now, the WYC, just the last one. It says a fond woman and full of cry and full of unlevel lust, and that knoweth nothing utterly, a loud and foolish woman full of unlawful lust, who knoweth utterly nothing. So it's basically going into these women. Now, it's in our culture to have multiple women, but I had read it not too long ago. Let's see. Because King Solomon had a slew of women, and he wasn't gay. King David had a slew of women. I put this. I think I put the. Matter of fact, let me just type in wives. Okay. This is 2 Samuel chapter 5. Starting at verse 12. And David perceived that the Lord had established him king over Israel, and that he had exalted his kingdom for his people Israel's sake. And David took him more concubines and wives of Jerusalem, and after he come from Hebron, and there were yet sons and daughters born to David. Now, let's see, where did it go into? How many? I thought it went into how many. I'll read about Solomon then. Let me see. Make sure it ain't down here. I was trying to see if it was with David first. All right. This is 1 Kings 11:3, starting at 2. Starting at 1. But King Solomon loved many strange women, together with the daughter of Pharaoh, women of the Moabites, Ammonites, Edomites, Zidonians, and Hittites, of the nations concerning whom which the Lord said unto the children of Israel, ye shall not go in to them, neither shall they come in unto you, for surely they will turn away your heart after their gods. Solomon clave unto these in love, and he had 700 wives, princesses, and 300 concubines, and his wives turned away his heart. Right. But it said Solomon had 700 wives. That's Israelite princesses. That's Israelite women of all the different tribes belonged unto Solomon. And then 300 concubines of the other nations that Solomon had. So what is this woman talking about? A man having multiple women, he gonna turn gay. You know, men, we love women. And guess what? In the kingdom of heaven, we gonna have multiple women. As the scriptures say, a little one shall become 1,000, and a small one a strong nation. The only way for us to populate like that is to have multiple women. When I say us, I mean men. The only way for us to populate the earth like that in our nation is to have multiple women, which is coming. Now, here I go. It's like you. It says King David had many wives according to the Bible, although only 8 of them are named. Of the 8, 5 are mentioned only once. The other 3 wives figure prominently in the story of King David. His first wife, Michal, the daughter of King Saul, which I'm going to just skip around. Second wife, Abigail, which we know about Abigail. The third one, Bathsheba. She horned David. The other 5 wives of David. It says, of course, David married more wives in Jerusalem. So we read that, but it's unknown how many. So David had many wives. You know, King David had many, many wives, many different women he been with. You know. So what is this woman talking about? You know, what are we talking about? Where is all this foolishness coming from? You know. It says, the statement has ignited strong reactions across platforms. Critics say that the claim reinforces harmful stereotypes about both male sexuality and the alphabet community identities, calling it reductive and rooted in misinformation. And there it is, misinformation. Let's get the scripture again. Let's just go back. What was it? AMP, this is Proverbs 9:13. The foolish woman is restless and noisy. She is naive and easily misled and thoughtless and knows nothing at all of eternal value. So here it is, misinformation. It's rooted in misinformation. So somebody said, so gay men in the triple digits become straight, you know. Yeah, so it's folly. You know, this world is about to be over. And all these people that gotta come in, they gotta say it's all that's gonna be over. These people are not gonna have anything else to say. And a lot of these people are not even gonna be on this earth to say anything. And you know, this is what's about to happen. So Lord will, this is an edifying lesson. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahushua, Ba'ashim Kakadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of GMS that rule well. Peace, love, and salutations to all the brothers out there pushing this word of sincerity and the truth. Shalom to the brothers, sisters, and children out there keeping this word of sincerity and the truth. Until next time, shalom.